Okay, welcome to the Intern NE powered by Aksarben podcast. I'm Shonna Dorsey with the Aksarben Foundation, and today I'm here with
Kaylie Hogan-Schnittker, Director of Talent Strategy with the Lincoln Partnership for Economic Development. That's always such a
You got it all in.
Yes.
Earlier I said Intern NE powered by Nebraska. So,
Okay.
it's all good.
Yeah, it gets a lot.
It does. But yes, tell us about yourself, like how you got into this role and what you do.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. So my background is in politics and government. And I actually found my way here after working with some local folks in Lincoln while I was working some political campaigns at an agency. So pretty neutral, but someone approached me and they're like, you seem to care a lot about the community. We have this role. What are your thoughts? I was like, I know nothing about economic development. My degree is in English and art history, and I had been working in the legislature for a few years. And so I was like, sure, I have had a great experience in Lincoln professionally so far. And if I could duplicate that and give it to somebody else, that would be my biggest gift, I think, to the community. And so that's kind of what I get to do on a daily basis. I work with HR folks to make sure they're up to date on trends and policies that will attract and retain talent. But then I also get to do programming that retains talent itself. So my turn being that program for interns and college age students to get them connected with the community at large and with each other professionally. And I love this work. It's really cool and really fun. And it's extra exciting when you see how valued it is for those individuals that you're doing it for.
I love it. And you also get to be like creative and innovative.
Yes.
Because you're responding to what the trends are telling you. So
yes.
What's one of your favorite trends that you've uncovered recently?
Oh, goodness.
Or most, maybe favorite's not the right word, interesting.
Yeah. I've been kind of diving into unique benefits on the podcast that we recently had you on, and just the unique type of benefits for the way life is changing. 2020 changed the way we view work, the way we view our own personal lives. And so I really enjoy getting to see what companies are doing that's really creative. A company in Lincoln Electric Systems, they hosted a internal and external career fair. So every different department set up a table they kind of had a theme. So everything was kind of gamified, and it was for internal folks to learn about the other departments. And then externally, they brought in folks to do this open house and to really see. There was a high voltage demonstration. There you could extinguish a fire. It was a really neat benefit for those that are working there, but also for the community. And then another one that's come up that isn't always that relevant to me, but I find it really intriguing, especially just as our workforce is changing. And folks are staying in the workforce a little bit longer, grandparent benefits. So providing some of those similar parental leave opportunities to grandparents who might have children living here in town that have grandkids and need some flexibility as well. So those are a couple of things that I've explored and learned about this year that I've been like, I really like that.
That's really interesting. I'm thinking too, and I hadn't thought about this until you just said it, but grandparent benefits is huge. I'm really curious to see if some companies will begin to offer like, like elder parents benefits, just so that folks have that flexibility. We know that does cause some talent loss. I'm sorry, I'm losing the word right now, but when employees quit teams, sometimes it's because it's like, I really need to move back home to take care of parents. And now that a lot of companies are more open to remote work, that's great, but it still can cause some challenges there.
Yes, that's one thing I've seen a couple of my peers experience with their parents getting older. It's something that I've started thinking about as my parents get older. And it's not really something anyone prepares you for. And so I think that can also be a really a positive benefit in the workplace to have a space that supports you when that day comes. Because
Definitely.
Yeah, we live in this time. It's an interesting time.
It is indeed. And we know too, like Nebraska is all about right now, talent attraction.
Yes.
And the biggie beyond that is the retention piece. So anything that we can come up with that makes it so that employees want to stay with an employer for the longer term. We know that not every company is a forever home, but the longer we can keep people, the better.
Absolutely.
So on the front end of it, like on the pipeline, tell us about My Turn. I know that this is a program that came out of Lincoln, it as is in Lincoln. I'm sorry, but tell us about it.
No, you're fine. So back in like 2017, we had a group of HR folks who were like, we want to offer more to our interns while they're here with us during the summer. A couple other communities across the United States, Rochester, New York, and Tulsa, Oklahoma, as well as Philadelphia, had started these kind of campus retention programs themselves, trying to engage students with the community. And so, with some research and some duplication, we worked with the folks in our community, the employers in our community, to create some similar programming where interns could not only, attend networking events and engage with each other, but they have the opportunity to also engage with other employers because they're present, and they can do some professional development as well. This summer when we hosted, we had Mike Smith with Rabble Mill, the Bay, come and do a Design Your Life. And that was something that they were incredibly excited about. And so to be able to provide those opportunities, it's been really, really neat. I was worried when COVID happened that our program would not be able to grow, but we stuck with it. And one of the fun things that I really liked about it during COVID was that we were able to connect with students outside of the state of Nebraska. And so maybe in some world or somebody who participated in these events at Nelnet in, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the other state that they're in, that these students were in. I think it was Wisconsin. But maybe in some world they'll remember Lincoln, Nebraska because they had this experience. And for those who do just come here during the summer, we have a lot of folks from the East Coast with Duncan Aviation. There's an aviation school out there that they like to recruit from. And it's so fun to talk to them at the different events because they're always like, this is great. Like, we didn't know anything about Lincoln. We love Lincoln. And some, even make that consideration to stay.
That's really great.
I kind of just word vomited all that out.
No, it was good. It was really good. And have you retained any of the COVID times experiences? I mean, like the virtual engagement with students outside of the state, or kind of have you moved all the way back to mostly in person?
We moved mostly back in person, but as we're exploring other ways to connect with people during the fall and the spring, that could be definitely an option. And even in the summer, maybe some virtual opportunities.
Love it. So Lincoln Chamber, Omaha Chamber, Columbus, Norfolk, Midlands African Chamber. I do not think I'm leaving anyone out today. This is as of October 4th, 2024. But you guys all partner with us in a way that's so meaningful. So with the internNE powered by Aksarben initiative, we know that it takes business engagement, and we know one of the best ways to reach businesses is through the chambers that they're members of. It just makes so much sense. So we appreciate all of the support in getting more businesses aware of the resources available.
Absolutely.
Through the initiative, it's like a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Since the job that I had before this, we actually utilized those grant funds because we were a small startup. So we needed that extra help. And I, ever since, have been such a cheerleader of this program. And I'm so thankful that it exists because it really can make a difference, big or small, businesses wise. And it's just important for students to have those just work experiences and gain mentorship along the way.
Absolutely. Yep. So final thoughts. I know it says 10 seconds, but we can go a little bit longer. But do you have any upcoming events in the fall that you want people to be aware of for young YPs or interns, anything like that?
Yeah. Well, next week, October 7th through the 11th is our Young Professionals Week. So there's events happening all throughout the week, which is really exciting. Our Mia Wilkin, she is our YPG coordinator, and she and her council have been doing a great job of just hosting some great things. And then on October 22nd, something that is new to our team is our Talent Connect half-day summit. And I am very excited about that. I think I said it's October 22nd, but it's from 1 to 6 p.m. And I think we're going to have some great keynotes, some great roundtable discussions. Thank you for being a part of it. And a workforce panel. So I'm excited to provide just an extra opportunity for HR folks to connect, learn a little bit of stuff about, things that are a little closer to home in Lincoln, and continue to look towards the future.
Excellent. Well, we'll share that information with our listeners. And if it happens to be in the past when this is aired or published,
you just keep out for next year.
Keep out for next year. Exactly. And we'll send you recaps. I'm sure you'll have info about what happened and how folks can get reconnected and things like that. So thanks so much for all you do and for your partnership. We appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate the support as well.
Awesome.